Hey there guys, Templar here, and today I'm going to be talking about a new type of armor of the Lorica Hamata. This is a Celtic version. You'll probably understand what I mean by as soon as you see the mantelpiece. Anyways, let me show you what it is and how cool this nail is. Now this is from Allbeststuff.com, guys. This is sleeveless. This isn't a hauberk version. Now if you guys are wondering what's with these little leather straps, these I added just to make sure I know where to put the mantle and as well where this is meant to hold the mantle in place. As well, this is extremely light. Pretty much it's really perfect. Actually good armor. It's riveted, and this is actually really for a good price actually, guys. So far the only problem is that sometimes the rivets do pop out. That is sometimes a little conundrum, but still, this is good armor. Anyways, let's put this on, shall we? Alright guys, now as you can tell, I'm wearing the sleeveless Lorica Hamata. As you can tell, these are the leather straps that I put on. As you can tell, it is sleeveless. And as well, I'll get a little closer for you guys, so that way you guys can see that rivet. Now this is actually not just riveted mail, but as well is soldered. Soldered is one whole link that is technically connected and is not separated by any spacing. No. This is the mantle, which you have to buy separately in order to have this outlook. And understanding of which way this puts on, you gotta technically look at the shape of it. Another reason why I have these here is to tell which way is inside and outside of the mail armor. As you can tell, this would provide excellent protection from a downward cut from a sword, such as a kata, for example. But now, let me put this on with the mantelpiece straps for you guys, so that way you guys can understand on how to put this on correctly. Let me just pick up for you guys. See, pretty much what I do is I keep this strap like so, and technically I have my own link, so yeah. But as well, if you guys want well, one of your own maybe Celtic style sleeveless shirts, I'll put a link for you down in the description below for you guys. And technically, if you guys want to buy any of these leather straps, you might need to go to a different site instead of allbeststuff.com. Mainly due to the fact allbeststuff.com doesn't sell leather straps like these. That, or if you guys want to go fully decked out Roman version on this, there is another one like this that you can really customize with, which is just the mantelpiece, but you get the point. And what you can technically do is, well, customize it from butted mail to the riveted, and as well have the Lorica Hamata mantle pins and such. That make it look a little bit more Romanesque, I guess you might say. On. Let's see. I got that on. Yeah. As you can tell, this does look very good for a Celtic warrior, especially if you guys want to do a Celtic warlord or such. I just double loop it just for safety measures, so that way it doesn't fall out. As you guys can tell, it just hangs like that. And now this actually provides me ample room to move my arm. In doing so, I can freely use my arm for both shield blow, to block with a shield, and as well easily do with a cutting blow. Now this length is technically 36 inches. Now that's actually a little bit longer than a Lorica Hamata in historical terms, which would normally be about 32 inches, give or take. Now though, it's completely perfect though. I can easily move around in this, no matter how bad the situation. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get the sleeveless gambeson with it, which I'm still kicking myself about it because I would make it a little more perfect for that look. So it does look pretty cool, I guess you guys might say. Now, as I stated, if you guys want to do your Roman Empire or whatever and look like a Celt, this is technically one of the best ways to do so. Mantelpiece goes all the way around, protects slightly part of your shoulder. As I mentioned, it's not there to protect your arm, but add double protection for your shoulder. That way it can stop a cutting blow from cutting down your arm. Now, this, as I stated, since it's riveted and soldered, it can stop a sword thrust very easily. Even if some of the rivets do pop out, it's stated that technically they can easily stay in. Now, as you guys can also tell, notice that if you do wear something like this, it might cost a lot of money, but in truth, it was like only around, if I remember totaling up, it was only 150 if I remember correctly, depending, give or take, on your size. This I'm wearing is an extra large, though it feels a little medium since technically this is all made by hand. Yes, this is all made by hand, and literally this is actually the cheapest sight you can get for helmets, shields, mail. Most of the time though they do sell mail, but if you guys want a little bit more accurate to the historical theme you're going for, you could ask them to make your own mail armor. Now this one I just bought well, you know, at the drop of a hat type thing, since I wasn't about to wait for the entire thing. Now they do make this as soon as you buy it. Now you guys are probably wondering, how long did it take for them to make this? About 4 weeks. Now in those 4 weeks, that's not including shipping. So yeah, but still, this is pretty cool. Now, there's actually a difference between this type of mail and this one here. This one is more flat riveted, which, if you guys don't know the difference between flat riveted and round riveted, well, I'll give you the little inspiration. This is flat riveted. As you can tell, it's completely flat. This, on the other hand, is round riveted. Kind of like butted mail most of the time. Butted mail, if you guys don't know, is somewhat historically accurate most of the time in Asia, a little seen in Europe. Still though, this can, I'd rather prefer riveted mail when it comes to butted mail. Even if you're wearing gambeson, even thing Thran states that if you wear gambeson and butted mail, as long as it's 16 or 14 gauge, it can stop an arrow wound. Though I'd rather not take the chance when it comes to a sword thrust. So yeah. Now you guys are probably asking, can I move my legs real good? Actually, yes I can. In fact, I can easily lift my legs up and down. I can do kneeling. I could do a kneel pose type of thing. Now, as well, you can even actually have a riding slit right between the middle, or some people might even want it on the side. I don't know if they do that. I'd rather keep it historically accurate and keep it down the middle, but since I'm a foot soldier, that's not needed. And normally, they would keep it up to 32 inches. But now, as you can tell, this actually can feel perfect for that Bronze Age, Iron Age reenactment that you're wanting to do for the Roman Empire, or the Celts, or the Germanic people. Now this does work perfectly for Celtic or cavalry units that were in the Roman Empire. Now Celts, though, they fought either way in both infantry and cavalry with this type of form of armor. As I said, guys, I'll put a link down below for you guys if you guys want to buy one yourself. I'll put multiple versions of the sleeveless for you guys. Now, I do love this armor very much. And don't worry guys, if some of your rivets or rings are messed up or pop out, they luckily give you a full set of an entire bag full of rings and rivets just to make sure that you're, well, fit perfectly. In fact, some of them were a little messed up because of shipping, so luckily because of that, I now managed to fix all that. So though, I just don't like it when the rings pop out. Rivets pop out of the rings. That's the one thing you need to deal with. And if you guys are wondering what type of gauge this is, I think it's 18 gauge, depending, hard to say. Now this is perfect for reenactment or live combat role, but I really wouldn't advise you guys swinging a metal stick at somebody, so yeah. Even if they're wearing this, it's probably not a good idea. So though, yeah, this will work perfectly for you guys. And as well, technically it does protect my groin very well. So yeah, 32 would technically be around here. But yeah, if you guys want to have your own historical version, be my guest and look at the site. Buy one if you want, be my guest. If you guys want to know more about it, also let me know down in the comments below, and I will get right on to it. Anyways guys, this is Templar, and I hope you guys all have a good day.